I have to knock on a lot of wood and cross my fingers. I've been saying terrible things about my internet today, so hopefully I don't get punished.
Yeah, stop that.
All right, we are going to start in a couple of minutes just to give a little bit more time for everybody to hop in here in case anyone's running late. So if anyone's in here yet, go ahead and top off your coffee. You can get some water. You've got some time. Figure we'll start in like 2 minutes. Hey, Rachel. Arthur, Consuela, Larice, Janelle. Hey, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well this morning or evening or afternoon, depending on where you're at. Uh-oh, I'm not glitching. Jasmine, if you need to hop back out and then just try back in again. Jim from New York. Hey, Jim. Oh, beer. I have a ways to go, Jason, for beer o'clock. Rachel's all, it's almost dinner. Oh, I wish. Oh, 7 p.m. in England. All right, we'll give everybody like maybe another minute and we'll get started. Sharon and I, we're on the same time zone. Hey, Holly. All right, I'm just watching the clock. As soon as it turns, we'll get started. All right, I'm just going to go. I'm getting too impatient and excited because I'm really excited for this particular topic. Welcome again. I am Karen, a member of Big Cartel support team, and today I'm going to cover the Printful Big Cartel integration. First, though, I want to say thank you so much for being here to learn how you can use Printful with your Big Cartel shop. We are going to cover everything from connecting a Printful account to your Big Cartel shop to creating products in Printful and pushing them to your Big Cartel shop. We're going to look at adding a payment source in your Printful wallet to ensure that production is not interrupted. And then we are also going to cover a couple extra of the services that they offer as well. Just a heads up, as always, class is being recorded. So if you miss something or if you want to just revisit the info that we cover, you'll be able to do that with a replay link that we'll send you when we're finished. And it takes about 24 hours to generate the video and send it out. I've also got another support team member here with me, Lucy, and she is going to be answering questions as they get dropped in the chat window there on the right. So there's no need to hold your questions until the end. Just drop them in as they come up and she'll help you out there. All right, so first things first, you need to actually connect your Printful account to your Big Cartel shop to get started. So that's where we're going to start. Now, I've got a connected Printful account, but if you haven't already connected your own Printful account, you are going to start on our help site's Printful article, which is right here. It looks like this. Okay, again, I'm already connected, so I just made a little slideshow of some screenshots so you know what to look for on your end. So first up, you're going to click Get Started. And then you're going to click this red Connect Now button, and you're going to be redirected to Printful's login page. If you already have a Printful account, you're just going to log in. But if you don't, you're going to click to sign up, and then you'll just fill out the sign up form to get your own Printful account. Now, once you're logged in, you're going to see one of two things. If it's a brand new account, you're going to see these onboarding steps, and you're going to click step 2 to connect your store. If you already have a kind of established Printful account, like you've maybe already added some products, you've already set up your billing, you're not going to see this page. You're going to automatically get redirected to their connection page, which is right here. So either it's a new account and you click step 2 to get here, or you have an existing account, and once you log in, you're going to be redirected here. So you're going to click Choose Platform. The next step, you're going to see a whole list of platforms, and you're going to scroll down and find Big Cartel, and you're going to click Connect. Then one more red Connect to Big Cartel button. You're going to click that. And the last step is connect here. You're going to authorize the connection of your Printful account to your Big Cartel shop. So it's pretty straightforward. They're going to follow you through those prompts. And when you're done with that, you're going to see that Printful is syncing your Big Cartel shop to your Printful account. So if you have some products already in your Big Cartel shop, you're going to see that those are going to get pulled in, and you're going to see done. Your Big Cartel is now linked. You're also going to see a follow-up if you've already got products in Big Cartel. And the follow-up message is going to say, hey, we've imported your products from your store. You can go ahead and sync them now or sync them as orders come in. If there are products you don't wish to fulfill through Printful, you can mark them as ignored. If automatic fulfillment is turned on and all of the products in an order are synced, the order will be fulfilled automatically. If some products aren't synced, the order will be saved as a draft so you can sync products on the fly. You can manage how orders are processed in your store settings. So there are 2 keywords in that little message you're going to see. The first one is ignored. So if you have products that you never want Printful to touch, like maybe you hand make something and Printful's never going to be shipping, that's only going to be on your end, that product is still going to be imported into your Printful account. So you'll see it in Printful. You just click to ignore it and Printful's going to pretend it doesn't even exist. The other keyword is synced. You have to have your Big Cartel products synced with a product in your Printful account in order for Printful to be able to produce them. And that's what we're going to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and click over to my Printful account. Here we go. And we can see here that I've got some products that have been imported from my Big Cartel shop, and none of them are synced. And that's as it should be. Printful isn't going to choose the products to print on. That's something I need to do. Now, since these products already exist on my Big Cartel shop, I can click into each of these individually and then just manually select a Printful product. And then I can sync it to that product that's listed in my Big Cartel shop. So you don't have to start on Printful's end when it comes to creating products. You can start with existing products in Big Cartel and work that way. I'm going to do that with this tote bag so you can see what it looks like to sync an existing Big Cartel product with something on Printful's end. So I'm going to click edit here next to the independent tote. Then I'm going to click choose product. And now I need to find in Printful's offerings something for them to print on. Here's their tote bags. All right, I'm going to choose this large eco tote because it is awesome. I totally printed one of my kids' drawings on it and it turned out so good. I'm going to stick with black. And now I'm just going to drag my print file right on top. Give that a second. Your internet might be much better than mine. I have rural internet that, like I said, I've been saying terrible things about this morning. So your connection will be fast. Don't worry. This isn't Printful's fault. This is my internet's fault. And if we have to try again, we will. It's all right. Come on, you can do it. All right, let me try again. Let me just refresh the page and try again. See, now you'll just get to see it twice, so you'll never forget. You choose product, go down here, accessories, tote bags. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. All right, it's loaded. Whew. Okay, so you can see right here, top left, this is Printful's assessment of my print file. You're going to see this on your end too when you're uploading your images. So this is a good print file, but if it was poor quality, Printful's definitely going to let me know. They're not going to stop me from using a not so great print file, but they will let me know if it's no good so I can get a better image. But since this one's good, I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And we can see here that the independent tote now has a product attached to it. Now, before I go back to my products, I'm going to click download mockups right here because I don't have an image in my Big Cartel shop to use yet. So I'm going to create one here. So I'll click into the basic mockups. Anything that's checked like this is going to automatically be created as a mockup and downloaded. So I'm going to use the flat mockup, not the first one. We'll scroll down and click generate mockups. And once that's done processing the files, we'll just click download mockup. There we go. And now I've got an image on my end that I can upload to my tote bag product listing in my Big Cartel shop. Now, since I started with a Big Cartel product, nothing's been pushed to my shop. I've just synced an existing Big Cartel product in Printful. So if we go back to my products list here in Printful, let's close out of this. And to get there, you just scroll up and click your shop name here in the top navigation. Now we can see that my tote bag is synced with my Big Cartel product listing. So if anyone places an order through my shop for the independent tote, then Printful's going to know exactly which tote to print, what color, and what print file to use. So now I'm going to create a product starting on Printful's end so that we can see how that looks pushing it to the shop. So let's say that I want to start selling aprons with a Big Cartel graphic. So I'm going to click Add Product right here at the top right. And Printful has so much stuff you can print on. It always looks so good. Like I've made tote bags and water bottles and t-shirts. I don't even have a business. I just like print my kids' drawings and stuff on them because they're so cute. All right, so aprons is going to be down here in home and living. Here we go. All right, and I'm going to choose this organic cotton apron. All right, let me just drag my image on top again. Oh, come on, you can do it. This is the page. The internet's going to struggle. I'm going to just refresh and do it over again. Again, this is not Printful's fault. This is totally my internet. Okay, so we're going to click to add a product again. And home and living. Let me find it down here. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, I got a little nervous. All right. So again, we can see here that my file's print quality has been given the green light, which is great. Again, when you upload your own images, they're going to tell you if it's too big or too small, or if it's not a high enough quality. And then you can adjust from there to make sure Printful has a good image to print from. They also have image specs and file info on their help site, so you don't need to stumble around in the dark regarding your Printful file images. All right, now Printful has positioned my logo here in the middle of the apron. I'm going to leave this as is. There is some wiggle room as far as positioning your images. That's going to differ depending on the product you're printing on. So I've got these little pockets right here on the apron, which are obviously super handy for an apron, but they're definitely going to make it a little bit tricky for me to move that logo around somewhere else. And I could shrink it if I want, I could expand it, but I like how this looks, so I'm going to leave it. If I was printing on like a t-shirt, then I could shrink that small and just put it right over the heart, or I could make it big in the middle or on the side sleeve or on the back. You can basically print anywhere you want. But this is good how it is. I like it. I'm going to click continue. And again, here I can choose from basic mockups, which are just going to be basic product images, or we can do custom mockups. And if you notice here, there's like a palm frond, a couple of palm fronds here, and maybe some summery theme back here. The custom mockups are background choices that you can click through. Like one of them is 80s pastel theme with some geometric shapes. There's navy and white stripes. There's like a citrus background, which would be handy if you had a summery themed product. I like the basic ones though, so I'm going to click to choose the basic mockups. These on the left are the options you have to choose. So if I were to pick this first one, then this is going to be my main image, and then all these ones running down the side are going to be my secondary product images. Those are all going to be pushed to the shop. I personally like this folded apron, so I'm going to choose that, and I'll click to continue. And now we see the product information, and this is what's going to be pushed to my shop from Printful when I'm finished. So the product title, Organic Cotton Apron. I mean, it is an organic cotton apron, but I'm going to change it so it matches my graphic. And then as far as the description, you can do whatever you want with the description. You can delete it all and start from scratch, or you can keep it all if you want. You will want to make sure that you're reading the whole description because some of them are a bit lengthy, and you want whatever's in there to be what you actually want. I like this first part, so I'll leave that. I'm not going to worry so much about the fabric weight. I've never thought about the weight of an apron when I put it on. I'm not going to worry about where it's sourced from. But again, you can leave that if you want on your end. Next up is benefits of on-demand manufacturing. I'm not going to worry about adding that information to my product description. But product visibility right here is absolutely necessary. This needs to be checked or your product will not be pushed to your store. By default, it's going to be checked, but just be on the safe side. Always make sure you see that checked off before you leave this page. And lastly, we've got product categories. Printful is going to pull your shop's categories, which is super handy. Now this suggestion doesn't work. It's not a t-shirt, no big deal. I can just exit out and I can choose from one of my shop's categories, home goods. And when you're doing this on your end, those categories are definitely going to match your own shop's categories. So I'll click continue. And now I am on Printful's pricing page. And this is where you are going to want to pay super close attention. I mean, you will have been paying attention this whole time, but when you're here, you want to pay super close attention because it's dealing with your money, your profit. So right here, $22.95, this is what Printful is going to charge me for this apron. And that's important to keep in mind. There are 2 transactions when a customer places an order for a Printful product in your Big Cartel shop. The customer is going to pay you, and then you have to pay Printful. So this $22.95 right here is what Printful is going to charge me. And if I leave this retail suggested rate here at $26, I'm going to make $3.05 on each apron. But I can change that retail rate if I want. You can change it to whatever you want. Maybe I want to earn like $1 extra off of that apron. No big deal. Just set your cursor up here, change it, click set. And now I'm going to charge $27 instead. And we can see that my profit is $4.05 on the sale of the apron. Now that does not take into account shipping. So that needs to be addressed and we will get to that. But if I keep this $27 retail rate, I'm going to earn $4.05. Or if I'm on Printful Growth, I'm going to earn $6.25. Now, Printful Growth is a plan that allows you to get lower product prices on Printful's end, and you can qualify either by reaching a specific sales threshold or by paying a monthly fee. And Lucy's going to drop in a link to Printful's Growth page in chat in case anyone's interested in more information on that. So now I'm all done and I'm ready to submit my apron to my shop. So I'll click Submit to Store. And we can see right here, this is now uploading to my Big Cartel shop. We should have some hold music as we wait. There we go. Oh, last little bit. Perfect. Now we can see that it is synced here in Printful. And I'm going to click over to my Big Cartel shop so we can see it there. And there it is. There's my apron. I can click into it here and I can see my description, the images I chose, the product name, everything. But if we scroll down here, we can see the shipping has not been added. But Printful's going to charge me shipping, and I don't want to pick up the tab on shipping as much as I appreciate these orders. I want to pass that on to my customers. So I'm going to add shipping now, and I need to make sure that I'm adding the correct rates based on what Printful is going to charge me. So we are going to click over to Printful's shipping page. Here we go. This is what it looks like. Now, this particular product is not a shirt, so I need to click this drop down and find aprons in their list. There we go. All right, and I'm in the US, so this is where I would start with my domestic shipping. They're going to charge me $3.99 to ship one apron and $2 for each additional apron. So I'm going to go back over to my shop and add those rates. There we go. And before I click save, I'm going to point out one more thing here. We've got this variant section. Printful is going to set all of your stock to $999. And that's great because they're pulling my products from their own inventory. So I don't have to worry about looking at this stock quantity until I have sold 998 aprons. And then I'll want to up it. But that's just a heads up there. So I'm going to save my changes. And we can now see, here we go. We've added shipping. So now I'm not going to have to pick up the tab on shipping, which is great. Side note, if Printful does happen to run out of stock on something, or maybe they change my apron or change the material or they've discontinued it altogether, they're going to let me know, at which point I can just log into my Printful account and select a different product. And they do give a few weeks heads up. So it's not like they're going to discontinue a product like 5 minutes after you get an email on it. They might discontinue it 5 minutes after you read it if you don't check your email very often, but they're really good about giving you a heads up. Also, Printful is going to detect that your products are synced to Big Cartel. So if you're in the US, they're not going to charge sales tax because they know that we already collect and remit sales tax on all US and Puerto Rico orders when the order is paid for in US dollars. So you don't have to worry about double sales tax or anything there. All right, so we've got the product added. And before I leave, I'm going to upload that mock-up that I created for the independent tote. Ready to go. I have too many files open. There we go. We'll save that. All right, cool. Now we've got 2 products synced and ready to go through Printful. Now the difference is, though, remember, transactions for Printful involves 2 payments, like I mentioned. Usually your customer just pays you and then you ship off the order. But with Printful, there are 2 payments. The customer's going to pay you and then you're going to pay Printful. And Printful will not start production until they get paid. So even if an order is placed through your shop, you need to make sure you've got your payment set up in Printful. Otherwise, you're going to have orders stacking up in queue and they're not going to get produced. So let's click back over to Printful. Here we go. And then we're going to click over to billing in your left navigation. And then we're going to click billing methods. And we can see I don't have a billing method added at all. So if someone is to place an order for that apron that I just added to my shop, Printful's not going to start production on it. So to add it, we just click add a billing method. And then you're just going to add your card or PayPal account, depending on how you want to pay Printful. And once you've added your billing method there, then you're set. Printful's going to charge you when an order is placed through your shop, and they will print, pack, and ship the order for you. That's it for the basics of Printful, but they have some other really cool features I want to cover, starting with warehousing. They've got a warehousing option, which can be super handy if you don't want to ship any of your products. So perhaps you have products that Printful produces and ships, but you also have products that you produce and ship. Like maybe you're a potter and you run a really popular pottery class. So you offer aprons with your logo to all of your students. Or you're in a band and Printful produces your merch, but you also have CDs or records to ship as well. Well, you can actually send Printful your products and they will include that in your product line. So if we look at the example of the potter, you can literally ship your pottery to Printful and they will receive, process, and stock your pottery in their warehouse. Then if a customer buys one of your hand-thrown mugs and a spot in your August hand building 101 class that comes with an apron, they're going to print the apron, grab the mug from their warehouse, and ship both to your customer in one go. Or if Printful is warehousing your band merch, they'll pack and ship the record that your customer just purchased when they have finished printing the t-shirt that was also ordered, which is pretty awesome. You don't even have to do anything. Side note on Printful's warehousing, though, they do reserve the right to approve or deny products, just like Big Cartel does. Like, you can't sell pendants that are filled with blood, vials of blood in your Big Cartel shop. Printful's going to have some restrictions as well. They're probably not going to let you send them that kind of stuff to get warehoused. But they'll let you know. I mean, you can try it. They'll either approve, deny, or deny according to their own stipulations. And to get to the warehouse section, it's going to be in this left navigation here. Just click warehouse, and then you're going to see some links on getting started as well as information around their warehousing option. In addition to warehousing products, you can also send Printful custom pack-ins like stickers or a little thank you card, basically any promotional freebie that you want included in your orders. That's going to be here in the left in branding right here. So if you click into the branding section, we're going to look at packaging inserts here. We'll just click find out more. And then we'll click add pack-ins. And right here, you're going to upload an image of your pack-in, your thank you card or sticker or whatever it is, give it a title, and then you're going to include the dimensions of that item, and then you're going to submit it to Printful. And then from there, they'll approve or disapprove, depending on what your thank you cards say or look like, your card, and they'll tell you where to ship it as far as which of the warehouses when it's approved. You can do anything, which is super cool. You can do discount code cards. You can do just regular little business cards, or you could even print up your summer calendar, letting your local customers know which farmers markets or jewelry stores or state fairs you're going to be at. That can be included in all of your Printful orders, which is super cool. In addition to pack-ins, you can also send Printful custom mailers. That's also going to be in billing. Nope, not billing. Sorry, branding. Thinking about billing still. There we go. Custom packaging. You're going to click Find Out More. Add branded packaging. And this looks very similar, almost exact. It's almost the exact same as the pack-ins. You just upload the image of your mailer. You give it a title. Here you have to choose whether it's a poly, bubble, or paper mailer. And then you include the dimensions. And again, they'll approve it. You send it off to their warehouse. And then when someone places an order through your shop, Printful prints your t-shirt, grabs your custom mailer, puts it in, grabs your stickers or your thank you card, puts it in there. You're like branded to the nines and you didn't even have to do anything, which is pretty freaking cool. I want to show you one last thing under branding, and that is the packing slip customization. You click Set Up Now to get in there. And this is the form for the custom packing slip. So you can upload a logo here, and they're going to print it on your packing slip. And as you can see, if there's space, they're going to add it to your shipping label as well. You can add your store's customer service email. You can add a phone number if you want customers to be able to reach out to you on the phone. You can add a personalized message here. So maybe you've got a unique story about your business, or maybe part of the proceeds of the sale are going to go to help a local church or a soup kitchen. You can add that information here, and you can change it whenever you need. Basically, whatever message you want included in your packing slip can be added here. Just click Save, and that's it. Printful's going to use your custom packing slip on all Printful products. And even if you do not personalize the packing slip, don't worry. Printful's not going to take liberties and add their own logo. Don't worry, they know you're all about your brand and they're 100% for it. So if you don't personalize it, it's okay. It's still going to be white labeled. It's not going to have Printful's information on it. And that's it. That's not it. That's what we're going to cover, but there are so many other options that Printful offers. So I would definitely suggest taking some time, digging into everything. I mean, you can even have t-shirts like printed with your own label on the inside. There's so much you can do. But that is it for me blabbing. Like I said, I'm going to click back over to Lucy here. Do we have any other questions that didn't get answered in the chat? Or was I just so good? I just handled them all.
You were amazing. No lingering questions in the chat, but definitely reach out to us at support@bigcartel.com if anything comes up, and we're happy to help.
Yeah, we did cover a lot. We covered a lot of really fun, useful information. I hope you learned a lot. And also, if you're logged into your admin, you can send us a message that way. Just click the little speech bubble at the bottom right, and you can send us a message through the admin. But that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you again next time. Bye.